If you're listening to the playlist, the title is Outer Space. I make up the most random names, and then I have to remember what they are. It is just about an hour long, so you can actually go ahead and start your playlist. And then, like I was saying, if you have a block, that would be very useful, or something that you can put between your legs, like a firm pillow, or if you have like a Pilates ball or something like that. We're gonna do some good inner thigh strengthening work. Yeah. And then right away, let's come to lying on your back, please. Oh. Bend your knees, plant your feet. And then take your arms out wide. If you have the space to make a T, if you need to negotiate a little bit, you can bend your elbows, be more like a cactus. And just take a few rounds of breath to settle into your space. Especially since most of us are now utilizing a space for multiple different activities. Just a few breaths to transition and dedicate this space and the next 60 minutes to yourself and your practice. As you breathe in, not only does your chest rise, your belly rise, but see if you can start to feel how your ribs expand left and right. And even the back sides of your ribs expand so that your rib cage presses into the floor quite a bit as you breathe in. And then on your inhale, stretch your arms high overhead. As you exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a nice big squeeze. And you'll feel that first layer of compression in the front of your right hip. Try not to bypass it and let your right leg go way out to the side. It might go maybe an inch or so over to the right, but keep it hugged in pretty narrow. Not so much that it's painful, of course, but it might be slightly uncomfortable. An option here to extend your left leg long on the floor in front of you. Press out firmly through your left heel if you do that, so much so that you feel the front of your left hip, really your hip crease, start to become more spacious. Take an easy twist here. Cross your knee over to the left and extend your right arm out to the right. You can use your left hand rested on your right leg as long as that doesn't encourage you to just crank on your leg and force it to the ground. For me, that's a little too much on my SI. Just let your leg go as far as it'll reasonably go. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, turn your right ribs back towards the floor. Get a little more twist through your middle and your upper back. Unwind, come back to center. Hug your right knee in one more time. And then reclined pigeon. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Option 1, leave your left foot on the floor. Option 2, interlace your hands behind your left thigh. You're looking for your hips to be more or less level, both on the floor and to each other. So the sides of your waist should feel equal in length. And this doesn't have to be a very intense, deep hip opening posture yet. We've still got a good 55 minutes or so. Just kind of letting your joints know where we're headed. And release your bind. Hug your right knee into your chest one more time. Now extend your right leg straight up into the air. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. So all of these poses have been on the right leg mostly. Kick your right heel towards the ceiling. Pull your toes towards your nose so much that you get a little calf stretch. And then bend your right knee, keeping your thigh in your hands. Point your toes. And then extend your legs straight up in the air. Flex your toes towards your nose and press through your heel. I'm going to do that 3 more times. Bend your knee, point your toes. Straighten your right leg up to the ceiling. Press your heel up to the ceiling. Twice more. Bend your knee, point your toes. Straighten your right leg, flex your toes, or reach through your heel. You should feel quite a bit of sensation in the back of your leg. I do, but that might be the bike ride I just took. Bend your right knee, hug it into your chest. And then place your right foot on the floor. Just a moment to observe the difference in your 2 sides. And then we'll even you out. Hug your left knee into your chest. Nice big squeeze. Remember not letting your leg go too far out to the side to bypass the sensation, but rather trying to compress the front side of your left hip. If you did it on the first side, extend your right leg forward. Press out through your right heel. So really you're moving your thighs in opposite directions. Your left knee is pulling up towards your nose and your right heel is kicking away from your face. Easy twist. Cross your knee over to the right. Extend your left arm out to the left. Just 3 rounds of breath. As you inhale, can you breathe more into your left side ribs, your left back ribs? And as you exhale, turn those ribs towards the floor. 1 more breath in. And a breath out. Come back to center, hug your left knee in. Reclined pigeon pose. Cross your left ankle on your right knee. Again, option 1, right foot on the floor. Option 2, interlace your hands behind your thigh. To the best of your ability, you let your hips be solidly planted on the ground. And the sides of your waist equal in length. Release your grip. Hug your left knee into your chest 1 more time. Then you're going to extend your left leg straight up in the air. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Kick your left heel towards the ceiling. Pull your toes towards your face. So if you were to touch the ceiling, your heel would get there first. Then bend your left knee, point your toes. Extend your left leg, pull your toes to your nose, stretch through your heel. 3 more times. Bend your knee, point your toes. Straighten your leg, flex your toes. Bend your knee, point your toes. Exhale to straighten your knee, flex. 1 more. Bend your knee, point your toes. Straighten your knee, flex your toes. Release, hug your knee into your chest. Hug both of your knees into your chest. If it feels okay on your spine, go ahead and rock up and down the length of it. If not, no worries, don't do it. Just roll to your side. Use your hands to help lift you up. Either way, you're gonna find your way onto all 4s, hands and knees. Shoulders over hands, hips over knees. Spread your fingers wide. Make the wrinkles in your wrist parallel to the top of your mat. And then push more weight forward into your knuckles. Claw the mat with your fingers so your arms, your forearms get really strong. Push the ground away and make a little space between your shoulder blades. Not totally a cat pose, but it's just like that first. Tuck your toes under. Hover your knees 2 inches off the floor. Keeping your knees directly underneath your hips. Energetically pull your arm bones and your thigh bones towards each other and feel that how that contracts everything in your center. Continue to push the floor away. Try not to sink into your shoulders. Dragging your arms towards your thighs towards your arms, isometrically strengthening your core for 3, for 2, for 1, downward facing dog. First downward facing dog of the day, maybe. Go ahead and pedal out your heels, bend 1 knee, bend the other, swivel your hips from side to side. Just gonna feel your way into it. Or not. Maybe stillness would serve you better today. Either way, you move your breath. Shift forward to a high plank. Just like you did on all fours, shoulders are over your hands. Push down into your knuckles, claw the mat with your fingers, and now drag your upper arm bones and your shoulders more towards your hips. You should feel a little more space for your neck to move when you do that. Take one more breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your left knee deeply, straighten through your right leg. Press your right heel towards the floor. Switch, bend your right knee, straighten through your left leg. Press your left heel to or towards the floor. Then come high up onto your tippy toes. Look forward between your hands. Walk, tiptoe your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Try to stay high onto your tippy toes and then lower your heels when you get there. Ragdoll, separate your feet a little wider than your hips. Any variation of this pose that serves you. You can leave your hands right where they are. It's really grounding. You can grab opposite elbows. Let your upper body hang over your legs. You could slip your hands underneath your feet. Give a little massage to your wrists with your toes. And shake out your head. Soften your jaw. One more full breath in. And a breath out. If you have a bind, release your hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deep forward fold. Do that twice more. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. On your inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Catch hold of your left wrist. Exhale, bend up and over to your right. Inhale, come back to center, switch your grip. Exhale, up and over to your left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant your palms, step back to a plank. Pause for a moment, breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Try to land everything at the same time. Inhale, cobra pose, lift your chest. Exhale, lower all the way down. Tuck your toes under, press up to a plank pose. Totally counts if your knees are on the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push the ground away with your hands. So much so that you feel your hips lift up and stretch back. Take one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop your way to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Once again, exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, stretch up. Catch your left wrist. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Inhale, back to center. Switch your grip. Exhale over to the left. Now listen, come back through center. Breathe in. Exhale, cactus arms. Lift up on your lower belly, descend your tail so you're not defaulting into a little lower back bend. There might be a tiny bit of one. More than anything, think about strengthening your upper back. Inhale, re-extend your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Step back with the opposite foot first, high plank. Totally okay if you had to think about that a little longer than you expected. Breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway. Or all the way. Cobra or upward facing dog, always your choice. Exhale takes you to downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and a breath out. One more inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale to the top. Exhale to fold. Rise up, breathe in. Hands to your heart, breathe out. Again, inhale, stretch up. Catch your left wrist, exhale, side body stretch. Inhale to center, exhale over to the left. Inhale through center, cactus arms as you exhale. Inhale, reach up. Listen, open arm twist to the right. Hug your leg bones towards each other. Zip up your belly. And then reach more through your left arm, like someone was pulling that arm out of your shoulder socket. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Strong through your legs, hug everything in. Reach through your right arm. Notice how that can help you pull these right ribs around. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale is your back bend. Exhale for downward facing dog. It's just one breath in. Complete breath out. Bend your knees, inhale to the top. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Cactus arms. Inhale, stretch up. Open arm twist to the right. Inhale to center. Open arm twist left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for a back bend. Exhale for downward facing dog. Take one inhale. Complete your exhale. Look forward, hop to the top. Exhale. Rise up, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. One more time, just like that. Reach up, breathe in. Side body stretch to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Cactus arms. Stretch up, grow tall. Open arm twist. Can you get a little taller? Each time you come through center, exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale to the top. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Hands to your heart, exhale, pause. All right, grab your block or your pillow or your ball or whatever you have. If you don't have anything, bring your legs all the way together so you have something to feel. So you have this block or a prop up between your upper inner thighs. And then look down, see that your feet are not any further apart than whatever your prop. So I've got my block on the smallest setting. That means my feet are no wider than the smallest setting of the block. It's a little more narrow than what's comfortable. Squeeze your shin bones, your lower legs towards each other. Try to smash that block. Chair pose, sit low. Now, as you sit into this, keep squeezing your knees towards each other. Zip up your lower belly. Weight back into your heels. If this position is painful on your arms, just bring them more forward, or you can even take cactus arms. Always a huge fan of cactus arms. Space in your chest, strengthening your upper back. Keep squeezing your block. Take a breath in. Exhale, airplane your arms. Come high up on. Squeeze your ankle bones towards each other. Squeeze your knees together. Heels down. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Now keep your block. Inhale, lift up halfway. However you need to get there, chaturanga. It can be a jump, it can be a little waddle. Inhale for a back bend. Keep squeezing your block. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then notice how wide your feet probably ended up. Can you bring them just so they're hip width? Your thighs are parallel to each other. Your shins are parallel to each other. Come high up onto your tippy toes. Look past your hands, bend your knees. Find a little momentum, hop to the top. Squeeze your block. Exhale and fold. All right, set your block aside. So heel your feet all the way to touch if that's available, chair pose. And if not, you can continue to work with your legs apart. It's really, the block is a nice way to work if you have SI issues or low back issues. Strengthening your inner thighs and your pelvic floor is going to help a whole lot. Breathe in. Airplane your arms, breathe out, come high up onto your tiptoes. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, take a vinyasa. Remember, they're always optional. You'll see me take a lot of cobras lately, so no pressure to take an up dog. When you get to your down dog, lift your right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee, stack your hips open. Squeeze your heel to your bum as you pull your navel to your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, coil your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, reach up and reach back. Exhale, coil your knee to your nose. Now pause, squeezing your thigh into your chest. Energetically pull your arms towards the back of your mat. Step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, rise. Anjaneyasana. Find your breath. Bend your left elbow, catch it behind your head. Give yourself a little pat on the back. And even here, there is a natural bit of a back bend. Do work to pull your ribs in, contain your core. Unwind your arms, inhale. Half splits as your exhale. This might be a good place for blocks. Right, anything that's going to give you a little more space to work into the crease of your right hip, trying to keep nice and long through your spine, rather than letting yourself round. Shift forward into a lunge, straighten your back knee, easy twist your right arm to the sky. Firm up your back leg. Press out through your heel like there was a wall there. And you'll feel how it makes it stronger and straighter. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out and twist. Lower both hands to the earth. Step back. Take a vinyasa of your choosing. Or no vinyasa. To downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, please. Inhale. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Take a full breath here. Exhale, coil your knee to your nose, your thigh to your chest. Inhale, three-legged dog, stretch up. Exhale, coil knee to nose, pause. Energetically pull your arms and your shoulders towards the back edge of your mat. Then step your left foot forward, lunge. Drop your right knee, inhale, come up. Bend your right elbow this time, catch it behind your head. Lift up on your lower belly, descend your tail. Nice opening in the front of your right hip. Unwind your arms as you breathe in. Half splits, breathe out. Not even required to straighten this left leg all the way. If straightening your leg causes your back to round and your tailbone curls towards the floor, let it feel like you're sticking your butt out. I promise it doesn't look as extreme as it feels. Shift forward into your lunge as you straighten your back leg. Twist your left arm to the sky. Hug your legs towards each other, just like you were squeezing that block. Feel how that lifts you up from inside the pose. And then as you exhale, twist. Take one more breath in. You stay, breathe out and twist. Lower your hands, step back, high to low plank. Inhale as your back bend. Exhale for downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Exhale, fold. One breath, one movement, chair pose, inhale. Airplane arms, heels high, exhale. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, vinyasa. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Lift your right leg high, bend your knees, stack your hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, coil your knee to your nose and step forward, low lunge. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Right away, shift forward on your inhale and then twist on the exhale. Take a breath. Turn all of your toes to the right. So I'm on my left hand, but now all of my toes are pointed to the right. Just the pinky toe side of my left foot is down. Try not to let the ankle collapse. Push your right heel down, lift your hips up. Oh, say hello to your outer right hip. Option to take your right arm up and over. Get a little more side body stretch into that right side. Come back around into a lunge. Standing splits, float your left leg high. For a moment, I want you to bend your standing knee. Sandwich your right thigh and your chest against each other. With your right knee bent, can you squeeze your butt and lift your left leg higher? Stretch your thighs in opposite directions. When you can't lift your left leg anymore, push into your standing foot and straighten both of your legs. Ooh. Step back lunge, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Pause here, take a breath. Let it go. Lift your left leg high, bend your knee, stack your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, coil your knee to your nose. Step your left foot forward, drop your right knee. Inhale to come up. Bend your right elbow on the exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale shifts you forward to a lunge. Exhale, you twist. Take another breath in, plant your right palm, turn all of your toes to the left. You might have to wiggle this left foot so that it's more in front of your hips. Remember, just the outer edge of your back foot is down. 3 solid points of contact with the floor. Stretch your left arm up and over. Come around into your lunge, standing splits. Once you have your balance on your left leg, bend your knee. Bend your knee and bring your thigh and your chest closer to each other. With your standing knee bent, can you squeeze your right butt, point your toes, and lift your right leg higher? Once you can't get your right leg any higher, push into your left heel, straighten both of your legs. Hello, hamstrings. Breathe in, breathe out. Step back lunge, vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees, look forward, hopper step to the top. Exhale and fold. Chair pose, breathe in. Airplane arms, heels high. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, they're optional. Breathe in. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, coil knee to nose. Step forward, low lunge. Inhale to come up. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, half splits. Shift forward on the breath in. Twist on the breath out. Inhale, turn all of your toes to the right. Stay for your exhale. Come around into your lunge as you breathe in. Float your left leg, breathe out. Standing splits for an inhale. Stay for your exhale. Cross leg forward fold. Take your left leg behind your right so the pinky toe sides of your feet are close together. And then squeeze your shins against each other front to back. Pull your right hip back slightly. And as you squeeze your legs against each other, hollow out your lower belly. You're trying to make room to then fold into yourself. Also connecting to your deep core strength, your deep hip flexor strength. On your inhale, unwind, standing splits your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step back, lunge. Turn all of your toes to the left. First round, hands and feet stay on the floor. And then I actually like to take more of kind of a down dog in my upper body, walking my hands away. Always looking for space to breathe. Other versions, you put your forearms on the ground, you could put your head on the ground. But wherever you go, I want you to think about breathing into your side ribs like a cat pose almost. If they're not there, walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift up halfway. Turn to the top of your mat into a lunge. Step back, downward facing dog, or vinyasa. Pause for a breath in and a breath out. Then inhale, lift your left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Last set, last side, breathe in. Exhale, coil knee to nose. Step your left foot forward, drop your back knee. Inhale to come up. Bend your right elbow on the exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, half splits. Shift forward on your breath in. Twist on your breath out. Inhale, turn all of your toes to the left. Exhale, lift your hips a little higher. Inhale, forward into your lunge. Exhale, standing splits, float your right leg. Take a breath in. Cross leg forward fold, right leg behind your left. Squeeze your left calf against your right shin. But pull your left hip back. So the more you actually work that connection of your legs, the deeper you'll feel this into your hips. On your next breath in, unwind your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step back into your lunge. Now turn all of your toes to your right. Second round of your wide leg forward fold. You're more than welcome to work the same version, just a different experience of it. If you have an inversion practice from this entrance and you have space around you to do that, you're more than welcome. If you are spending a lot of time in front of a screen right now, always nice to find excuses to open your chest so you can take your hands to your hips, squeeze your shoulder blades together so that your elbows are pointed towards the ceiling. Also a good prep for some inversions. And you connect to your middle trapezius, lower trapezius, lats, teres, triceps, all the things. If you're upside down, slowly return your feet to the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. Turn to the top of your mat into a lunge. Now step your right foot forward, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, deep forward fold. Toe heel your feet to touch, chair pose. And again, if you're not working with your feet together, your knees together, you can always use your block between your upper inner thighs. Personal favorite way to do this pose. Take your right hand to your right thigh. Stretch your left arm up and over. Lean a little bit forward so you can breathe more into your left ribs, and then twist your left arm to your outer right thigh. And lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Slide your shoulders away from your ears, especially your bottom shoulder. It doesn't move as much because it's holding your weight. Breathe in. Breathe out and twist. Take one more inhale. Stay for your exhale and twist. Okay, release, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen your spine. Exhale, deep forward fold. Right into the other side, chair pose. Left hand comes to your left thigh. You reach your right arm up and over, lean a little bit forward, breathe into your back right ribs, and then twist. Inhale, you find length in your spine. Exhale, you turn your ribs. Squeeze your leg bones together, whether you have a prop in between them or not. Breathe in. Breathe out and twist. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Crow pose. Plant your palms. Take your knees to the backs of your arms. As high as you can get them. If you can put your knees in your armpits, do so. Chin out of your chest, shift your weight forward. And maybe that's where you play today, shifting your weight forward onto your hands. Just moving your center of gravity until eventually your feet have no weight and they can effortlessly float up. Hug your elbows towards each other. Hug your thigh bones towards each other. Push your arms back against your legs for 3, for 2, for 1, vinyasa. Child's pose. Knees wide, toes touch. We're only over halfway through class and you get your first child's pose. Even if I don't call it, you know you can always come to rest. Take a moment to reclaim your breath. Downward facing dog. Slow down your breath in hopes that we can slow down our thoughts. And then lift your right leg to the sky, please. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, curl your right knee in towards your nose. Step your right foot forward. Rise up, high crescent lunge. You can always drop your back knee like we've done many, many times. You can also bend your knees so that you're kind of in a hovering crescent lunge. As you exhale, you're going to take an open twist and lower your left knee to a hover if it's not already there. Inhale, come back through center and straighten your left leg. Do that one more time. Exhale, open twist as you lower your left knee to a hover. Inhale, come back through center, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a moment to settle into your legs. Navel in, tailbone down. Reverse your triangle, straighten your right leg all the way. Triangle pose. Right hand down, great place for a block. Reach your left arm up. It's probably your only time in this pose today, so enjoy the next few breaths. Can you make space in your lungs as you breathe in? Firm up your belly, firm up your legs, and ground down as you exhale. Lower your left hand to the earth. Come around into a lunge facing the front of your mat. Easy twist your right arm to the sky. And then lower your left knee. On an inhale, reverse revolved lunge. So you come up through that open twist. Right hand goes to your back leg somewhere, left arm to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale and twist your left arm to your outer right thigh. You have 3 breaths. If you want to straighten your back knee, great, go for it. You can also untuck your toes and straighten your back knee, because that's fun. If it's not fun, don't worry, don't do it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Unwind on your inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step straight back to downward facing dog and pause. Big breath in. Full and complete breath out. Second side, lift your left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, coil your knee to your nose. Step your left foot forward to your lunge and rise. I'm going to work with a slight bend in my back knee here so I can keep my hips nice and square. Take a breath. As you exhale, open twist to your left and your right knee touches the ground. Inhale, come back to center. I know it burns. Exhale, open twist, lower your right knee to a hover. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, warrior 2. Left knee, left toes point forward. Navel in, tailbone down. Reverse your triangle, straighten through your left leg all the way. Triangle pose. So from your heart to your hands, you expand. And from the center of your pelvis down into your feet, stretch your legs longer. Take one more breath. Come around through your low lunge. Drop your back knee. Twist your left arm up and let that carry you to reverse revolve lunge. Your right arm is lifted. You take a breath here to prepare. Exhale, twist. Right arm catches the outside of your left thigh. Breathe in. Whatever you did on the other side, breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale. Release. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Child's pose. All right, check this out. Little break for your legs, because I know you're feeling them. So this is gonna be, it's a little core drill, but also an arm balance drill. So there'll be plenty of time for you to watch and then play with it on your own mat. So it's gonna look like this. Whew. Once I catch my breath, I'm gonna sit on my shins. I'm gonna put my hands just about in line with my knees. If I'm too far back, it's not gonna work. If I'm too far forward, it's also not gonna work for different reasons. So plant your hands somewhere around your knees. And when you get into it, you'll play with the placement. For a moment, I'm gonna take a breath in and just sink my shoulders down. So I'm just relaxing. That's the breath in. The breath out is the cat pose in my spine. I'm gonna push the floor away. I'm gonna round my back. I'm gonna pull my belly in, squeeze my legs together, and then lift up. And then I lower down. Breathe in, soften the shoulders. Breathe out, push the floor away. Lift your ribs, tuck your belly in, squeeze your legs, make everything tight because tight is light. I'm gonna push down like crazy and then lower down. Inhale, relax. Exhale, push and lift. Yeah? 5 times. Ooh, yeah, 5. 3 can be the new 5, if 3 is all you got. But you do a few. So I'll talk you through the first one. Hands somewhere around your knees. Inhale, sink onto your shoulders. Relax, straight arms. Exhale, push the floor away, round your back. Chin comes to your chest, squeeze your thighs, and lift up. Inhale, you lower, sink the shoulders. Exhale, push away, round, and lift. Inhale to lower, sink the shoulders. Exhale to lift. 3 more times. Inhale, sink the shoulders. Exhale, round, lift. Inhale, lower, sink your shoulders. Exhale, lift. Inhale. I hope you're not just watching me do this. Exhale. You can if you're spent though. And then rest. Whew. That'll get you going, for sure. It's also a really good handstand prep drill. But because a lot of where we're about to go requires tremendous pushing through the floor and strength through here, so my shoulders aren't creeping up into my ears. They're down, but I've protracted. So it's, if you want to see from the side, I'm making this shape a whole lot. And it won't ever look that extreme. Okay, come into a forward fold, the top of your mat. Knee, feet as wide as your mat, toes point forward, knees point forward. A little bit of a bend in your knees so you can sandwich your ribs against your thighs. This is a great place to stay. Inhale, lift up halfway. Straighten your legs. Turn on your quadriceps. Make your kneecaps tight. And then exhale, deep forward fold. Sandwiching your thighs against your ribs. One more time. Inhale, lift up halfway. Strong legs. Exhale, deep forward fold. Now walk your hands between your legs. Turn your fingertips to face the back edge of your mat. Right here, you're just working a nice deep forward fold. Strong through your quads. Breathe into your side ribs, into your back ribs. Push your hands down so that your shoulders move towards your hips. Another great place to stay. Option 3. You're going to pull your hands out from between your legs. Come high up onto your left tippy toes. Take your left arm underneath your left leg. And you're going to sandwich your left leg on top of your left shoulder. It's like I'm putting on a backpack, in Christina Sell's words. Then you lift your right knee. You take your right arm and sandwich your legs onto your back. Option 3 is to stay right here. Nice deep forward fold and squeeze your legs around your arms. Option 4 is to take the arm balance. You plant your palms, fingers facing your legs, lean back on your arms, and then cross your ankles. Squeeze your inner thighs like crazy. And you switch your ankles. Squeeze your inner thighs. Push the floor away. And then you get out of there however you can. All right. Whenever you're done playing, come to lying on your back. Just like we started practice, yet also completely different. Notice what's changed. And take a moment to notice before you decide if it's good or bad. And then on your inhale, reach your arms high overhead. And exhale, draw your hands around your right knee. Give it a nice big squeeze. Cross your right leg high over your left, so we have eagle legs. You're going to shift your hips slightly to the right and drop your knees to the left. I like to use my left arm as kind of a kickstand. Push down, lift your left ribs up, and scooch them out from underneath you more to the left. For me, that helps set up more of a twist in my thoracic spine and the ribs. Come back through center. Reclined pigeon, right ankle on your left knee, interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Probably feels quite different than the one you did at the very top of practice. Maybe you hug your legs in a little closer or a lot closer. Keeping your hips more or less level on the floor, your spine is relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. This should cause no sensation in your knee. If that's the case, back off until it goes away. Then keep your legs in this figure 4 shape, but release your grip so your left foot will plant on the earth. You're going to drop both of your knees over to the right. So it's not eagle legs. I've got space between my thighs. Still that figure 4, I've just flopped it over to one side. Reach your arms overhead, grab your left wrist. And now I'm going to stretch my left knee away from my face. Tuck your tail by lifting your lower belly so that this is sensational in the front of your left hip. Since we did a lot of forward bending. Come back through center, hug your right knee in one more time. And then we'll do all that on the other side. Plant your right foot, hug your left knee in, big squeeze. Thank you, left hip. Eagle leg twist, cross your left leg over, shift your hips to the left, drop your knees to the right. And you can use your right arm, kind of help pull your right ribs out from underneath you, twist a little more through your middle back, your upper back. Roll back to center, reclined pigeon, left ankle on your right knee, interlace your hands. Hips are level, spine is relaxed on the floor. Relax your throat, relax your jaw. And you're going to keep your legs as they are. Just release your grip, plant your right foot, drop both of your knees over to the left. Arms go overhead, you grab your right wrist and right knee stretching in opposite directions. So I'm trying to lengthen the front of my right thigh. And then come back to center. Plant both of your feet for a little baby bridge. Push into your heels, lift your hips, just so you're in a straight line from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. Really scoop your tailbone underneath you, pull your heels towards your shoulders, feel your hamstrings and your glutes right where they meet. Feel that activate and some space across the front of your hips. So it's not really about how high you can go, but trying to balance out the work that we already did. And then slowly lower all the way down. Knock your knees a little to the left and to the right. To the left and to the right. And then if it's not already there, go ahead and find the next to last song. It's called Planet Caravan. Toe heel your feet together. Let your knees open wide. If this doesn't feel good on your lower back, you can use blocks underneath your thighs. You can also take your feet wide, let your knees come together. It'll be a different sort of sensation. But you did some really nice inner thigh strengthening work, hugging to the midline, however you want to phrase it. So again, just a little bit of counter stretching. Slide your hands down to your outer legs. Use your hands, close up your thighs. And take a moment and then breathe in, stretch your arms overhead, extend your legs long, big full body stretch. You can add a little side body stretching here to find even more length. Out by your sides. Let your toes fall open wide. Set yourself up to rest. Shavasana. Really a sense of completeness. Everything that needs to be done has been done. You rest in gratitude for your breath. Gratitude for your healthy body. You're more than welcome to remain in your rest. And if you're ready to transition, breathe some life into your lungs. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles and your wrists. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Roll to one side until you can use your hands to help lift you up. And you find your way to a comfortable seat. When you get there, place your hands together at your heart. Rest your thumbs lightly on your sternum. As an invitation to take the deepest breath of your entire day, lift your heart up into your hands. Keep the lift of your chest, and as you exhale, soften your shoulders. Thumbs to your third eye, inhale. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks for practicing. Have a really awesome rest of your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.
Yeah.
See you next time. Smokey, did you put your knees behind your shoulders? I mean, your shoulders behind your knees?
Can I do that?
Did you do it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
It didn't look like Laura's did.
No joke, me neither.
Hey, Lauren.
You guys.
Lauren,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When we're in down dog and you cue to put your knee to your chest, and you talk about bringing your arms back towards the back of the mat, can you just walk me through that for a second? Because that has helped me get my weight off my wrists and it doesn't hurt, which no one else has cued me in that way yet.
So it's partly because, here, I'll do a down dog facing you. I started doing that a lot because when we come forward, a lot of times we do this. Ready? And this doesn't feel good. It's never going to feel good. So part of it is trying to get your shoulders. Yes, I'm pushing down and around them, but I'm also moving them out of my ears. And it really just helps like feel this whole like lat oblique connection there.
Okay.
It's been really helpful for me in like all of my arm balances.
Okay, thank you. That really is a game changer for me.
And I think it's probably helpful on the wrists because you're using more of the strength and not just kind of like hanging out on the arms.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.